Before Goddess wakes up, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Frii Lunch Unplugged. Yes, we are here in the new studio space, the new collaborative space with PWL Branding, otherwise known as Pure White Lens Photography. My man Eddie Daniels, big shout out to him. This space I'm so excited about. It's literally three times the size of the old studio. So we're not only excited for the Free Lunch podcast and the dope different sets and vibes we can create here for our channel, for our platform, but for our other clients, we are really, really excited for all the things that free branding is going to be able to offer those other clientele. So big shout out to you guys. I'm grateful. Um, what else? What else? I tried to get my man Eddie Daniels in on this unplugged episode, but he had to jet. But shout out to him for helping me out with just some of the set lighting. Um, Again, you guys have been with me for the last 2 years, some of you longer, throughout the journey. Some of you guys been rocking with Free Lunch ever since season one, man, when we were in the bedroom closet recording these episodes. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you so, so much. And also, listen, I got another mic here. I'm excited to have new guest here with me on the show, Free Lunch. So consider this microphone with no one next to it or no one at it as your open invitation, man. Hit me up if you're someone that could speak to the world of being an entrepreneur and trying to balance the business, family, and just the faith, that it takes to not just be successful in business and believe in yourself, but also um, faith in that higher power, right? Like so much of that is what Free Lunch has been about. My journey as not just a person who, puts my trust in God, to carry me through every single phase, journey, trial, tribulation, but how do you balance the motivation, the drive, the focus needed to be a successful entrepreneur, but also trying to balance family life, um, whether you're married, whether you're a parent, right? Those things are very, very important as well to us as entrepreneurs. And so, I'm looking for people that can expound on that conversation, help me know what are some of the tips and tricks that you're learning on your journey. So, again, big shout out to our sponsors, Dr. Dobie, Orthodontics. He actually just had a new reboot, rebranding slightly of his brand there. So it's Dobie Revolution. Shout out to Dobie Revolution, man, the best orthodontist here in the area. Also, big shout out to Frii Branding LLC. The best version of your brand starts right here, helping your brand get the awareness that it needs, helping your brand be the best version of itself. And big shout out to my man over at Track Majors Productions, Rojan Miller, man. This dude is by far one of the most talented producers in the area, man, helping those music artists of you out there looking for a fresh beat, looking for a fresh sound. This dude plays several instruments, has an ear for almost every type of sound that you want to create out there, man. Hit him up. All our sponsor links right here in the description of this episode, of all our episodes. So please make sure you go check them out, show them some love. And again, all I have is thank you. All I have is thank you really for you guys, man. Like, listen, I remember just the time where, I decided that we had to move and change the studio space. It really felt like that nudge, right? Where you feel like you're just settling in, you're kind of getting the swing of things, and then you feel like, sort of like God nudging you to like grow and move to a next level. And you're like, hey, but wait, but I'm comfortable just staying right here. And that's, I think, a lot of our stories, man. Like we get to a place where we're comfortable and, God wants us to grow. And so that's what I felt really, really in a big way with this recent move to the new studio is I felt all the way shoved. Like I really felt pushed out of my comfortable space and forced to, evolve and expand into this space and fill the shoes of this space. You know what I mean? Like So that's been tough. You know what I mean? I took the spring semester off from grad school, transitioning, changing my major from marketing, master's in marketing to a master's in communications. I think that'll just be much more beneficial for me, um, and applicable. You know, it's not obviously, there's no doubt, obviously, the benefits that, marketing and the role that marketing plays in what it is that we do here at the Frii Lunch podcast, at Frii Branding, right, for other clients. But um, I love the conversations. I love being a writer. I love being a communicator. And so I'm excited for the new things that I'll learn with that, sort of uh, course path, if you will. So keep me in your prayers, guys, as far as that goes. Still balancing having the little one who's 1.5 years old now, balancing bringing her to work. Still juggling, trying to resist the urge, just go out and buy another car so that we could have two cars, but just still trying to, save and be as wise as I can with my finances. So the wife and I are still committed to just sharing one car. So just like clockwork, every morning, the whole family gets packed up. We jump in the car together. We drop the kids off at the bus stop. Wife drops me and baby goddess off at the studio to get work done each day, and wife goes on to her um, job. Her, she works in the corporate world. So she loves what she does. I'm happy. She's satisfied living out her dream. I'm living out my dream, my passion, my calling that I believe. So um but that's where like the juggle, the balance is, right? So it's not just like juggling balance and like this sort of metaphorically speaking or mentally, balance, but also just juggling and balancing physical things, right? Like if you're an entrepreneur who's living in a household where you guys are trying to make things work with just one car, one vehicle, you got multiple kids, I think I really want it to be a voice for that particular group, those who are sort of trying to find a way to mitigate those challenges of just real everyday life, but still being purposeful and still feeling like they can achieve the goals, the dreams, the visions they have. There's a way to get it done, and I'm interested in hearing from those who are finding their way of getting it done. How are you guys figuring out how to save as a household, as a family, but also figuring out when are the right times to pour money and finances into your business, into your entrepreneur endeavor, right? What are the conversations like with you and your spouse, you and your partner as you, answer those questions? Are you and your partner in your household, are you guys both entrepreneurs? Those are some of the conversations I want to continue to have in this new season and beyond, right? It's really not a seasonal thing here at the Frii Lunch podcast. It's literally what the platform is about. So please, guys, make sure you stay tuned in. Thank you for catching up with me on this episode of Unplugged. Make sure if you're listening to these episodes, but you're trying to find out where you can watch all of our videos, the full versions, you can now watch all of our videos on Spotify. I know that's been particularly, people have been used to it being just an audio platform, but you can actually watch our videos on Spotify. So wherever you're listening to this, we have listeners on Apple, Google, YouTube listeners. We have iHeartRadio listeners, Pandora listeners. If you're listening to this episode and you would love to watch some of our videos, our full-length videos, make sure you subscribe to our podcast on Spotify where you can watch those. And again, make sure you subscribe and follow us on all social media at The Real Frii, that's FRII, and at Frii Lunch, FRII Lunch, on Instagram, on TikTok. And stay tuned. I'm excited for what we got next for you guys. Thank you so much. Peace.